Hello, my name is Tim Hardin. I'm Assistant Professor in Speed School's Department of Industrial Engineering, and I'm here to talk about using the Elements of Thought poster. Okay, so I use the Elements of Thought in two different venues generally, one of which I have this poster actually in my office, and occasionally a student will come in and say, I've got a problem, it could be a homework problem or a project assignment, I don't even know where to start. So the couple of things I always try to focus on, number one is the purpose, and try to get the student to tell me what is the purpose, what I'm trying to do, what do I need to know, what do I have to make this happen. And then the question issue is the central question. I reframe that and say, let's define the problem. Define the problem such that we can understand what the outcome will look like. Okay. Information, facts, data is pretty straightforward, but a lot of times students don't think about it. Sometimes they're given too much data, sometimes they're given not enough data. So let's go through and figure out what applies to this and what else we need to know. Then I jump ahead oftentimes to assumptions. Are there assumptions that we need to make in the absence of data? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And then we get to the interpretation. And so the definition of interpretation on the poster is what are connections I'm trying to make, conclusions and solutions. So I focus on the solution part of it. What are we trying to solve? What is the solution going to look like? How does it actually apply to the problem that we've already defined? And so those are the methods I use one-on-one in my office using this poster. And by the time a student walks out the door, oftentimes they've defined the problem well enough that they at least know how to start on the problem. When they walked in, they had no idea of how to get rolling on this problem. So the second place that I use this poster is, the poster is posted in many classrooms over in Speed School. And a critical thinking question I'll ask a lot of times, just as to the class at whole, is let's talk about the points of view of our design. Who are we designing this for? Who do we need to consider as far as points of view for our design? If it's a mechanical design, certainly it's got to be designed such that the end user can use it safely. But oftentimes we are talking about designs that involve humans, involve systems, and so focus on the bigger picture, not just the inner workings and hidden mechanisms of this particular design, but how does it affect the user, the maintenance person, how does it affect the owner, the manager, the supervisor, the environment, society. Let's think bigger picture as we go along through this. And a lot of times our younger engineers, senior engineering students have really never thought about the big picture, so it really begins to get a good conversation going. So that's the way I use it in a classroom a lot of times.